Hey, reptile enthusiasts! Welcome back to our channel. If you've recently adopted an adult iguana and find yourself wondering about its age, you're in the right place. Today, we're delving into the fascinating world of determining an iguana's age based on size. Stick around as we break down the complexities and share valuable insights. So, how do you tell how old an iguana is? Determining the age of an iguana isn't an easy feat. For one, they can't tell you when their birthday is. And for another, it isn't easy to make an exact determination because all iguanas will be different, just like people. Unless you were given exact information from a breeder on the date of their hatching or you bred the animal yourself, it is likely you won't know precisely how old your pet is. There are ways to determine the approximate age of your iguana to give you a general idea. Understanding the approximate growth rate and size of iguanas can help you determine the age of your pet. Here we have compiled a chart showing the approximate sizes of iguanas and at what age they should hit these milestones. The chart features measurements from snout to vent length, SVL, and snout to tail length, STL. These are two common ways you will often see when measuring iguanas. We have also included a weight approximation to help you decide the age of your pet. Hatchling, 2, 5 to 3, 5 inches SVL, 6 to 9 inches STL. 3 months, 4 to 5 inches SVL, 12 to 14 inches STL, 6 months, 6 to 7 inches SVL, 18 to 20 inches STL, 1 year, 8 to 9 inches SVL, 20 to 27 inches STL, 1 to 1.5 pounds, 2 years, 11 to 12 inches SVL, 28 to 36 inches STL, 2 to 4 pounds, 3 years, 12 to 14 inches SVL, 30 to 42 inches STL, 4 to 6 pounds, 4 years, 14 to 16 inches SVL, 35 to 48 inches STL, 5 to 8 pounds, 5 years, 18 to 20 inches SVL, 45 to 60 inches STL, 10 to 15 pounds, 6 years, 20 to 22 inches SVL, 50 to 60 inches STL, 14 to 18 pounds, 7 years, 20 to 24 inches SVL, 50 to 72 inches STL, 15 to 20 pounds. Growth will be much more rapid from the hatchling stage through the first few years and have the largest jumps. Male iguanas will also be larger than females of the species, with the females only reaching lengths as long as 5 feet from snout to tail. Males can reach sizes measuring as long as 6 foot or 7 feet. SVL versus STL. When you see the measurements of iguanas listed, you will often see both SVL and STL numbers. Both are common ways to measure the animal, but one is slightly more dependable than the other. The snout to vent measurement, or SVL, is more accurate than the length of the full snout to tail tip. This is because many iguanas will lose their tails, even in captivity, as juveniles, or at another point in their lives. When an iguana loses their tail, it will regrow it, like many other reptiles, but it will be slightly shorter and darker than the original. An iguana can detach their tail when they are spooked or feel threatened in captivity. In the wild, this ability offers them a way to escape from their predators. Why measurements aren't an exact way to determine age. At a certain age, iguanas stop growing. Iguanas will reach maturity at around 2 to 3 years old, but continue to grow steadily until they reach 5 to 7 years old. Once they stop growing, you will have a more challenging time telling how old they are. These first 5 to 7 years will offer the best chance for you to determine the age of your iguana. Genetics also play a role. Each iguana is unique. Mistreatment, such as small enclosures or lack of proper care, can stunt growth. All iguanas will be slightly different and grow differently. Think about all the people you know and how they are all different sizes, heights, and weights. Some people will even mature at different ages, and animals, including the iguana, are no different. Genetics can play a significant part in how large the animal will get and the rate they get there. Now, let's talk about treatment and health. How the animal has been treated will factor in its size and its growth rate. If the iguana has been mistreated or held in too small of a cage, its growth will likely be stunted, and you will not be able to tell the age based on the growth chart accurately. Iguanas who have been kept in too small of an enclosure can experience stunted growth and not reach their full potential. In addition to the size of the enclosure, a lack of proper UV lighting and temperature can impact the health of the iguana. They can see the neglect in the amount of food they are given. On the other hand, if they are fed well, especially at a young age, their growth rate can jump exponentially. If they are fed every day at a young age, you will see rapid growth in your iguana. Neglect in any of the ways mentioned can lead to poor health of the animal. Be sure to research proper care and habitat for an iguana before you bring one into your home. Like any animal, they will require specific care if you want them to grow and flourish. When you rescue a previously neglected iguana, you will have to build trust. But once you provide them with good food and a proper habitat, they too will flourish and have a chance at a great life. These rescues may prove difficult in identifying their age, but given extra care, they will make for a good pet. Now, let's discuss some tips and techniques for iguana age identification. While you might not have an exact idea of your iguana's age, you will get a general idea if you look at the size of your pet. With this information, we hope you will have a better idea of how to determine the age of your iguana. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more reptile-related content, and share your iguana stories in the comments below. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you in the next video.